All right, Sandeep, we'll come back to you in just a while, but for now, let's get corporate voice in on the show, and we've got Rajesh Jain, who's Joint Managing Director at Panacea Biotec, now joining us. Mr. Jain, to begin with, could you give us an indication of the revenues and profits that the new hospital that you've set up will be adding to the company once it becomes operational?
Panacea New Rise Healthcare is an independent company, and we expect that the hospital will start its formal inauguration somewhere in December and full scale somewhere in March 2013. So we expect that in the next 24 months, the moment it gets operational, we will be EBITDA positive, and in 36 months PBT positive, and within 4 years PAT positive. So the details of the specific numbers are still being worked out and would be announced much closer to the launch, when we are launching the hospital somewhere around in March, April next year. But that's the broad planning that we have in terms of its profitability.
Mr. Jain, to get straight to your fundraising plans, we hear that you're looking to raise funds for some of your expansion. From where are you looking to raise these funds, and which are the entities that you've spoken to so far?
You see, once you would appreciate that Panacea New Rise Hospital is our first venture, and as soon as this venture is launched, the company would definitely want to first concentrate in making it profitable. And once the hospital is up and running, there would be interest by several knowledge partners as well as people who would be interested in entering the Indian hospital market. So for us, those will be the key partners that we will be looking at, who would want to really partner with us in this hospital, as well as into our business expansion plans into other cities, especially in North India, in tier 3 and 4 kind of cities where the company would be willing to look at expansion. So right now there are several interested companies who would be willing to fund us, and we are in discussion with them. But since these are all discussions under confidentiality agreements, I am not in a position to let you know that in specific. However, as we go closer to any specific deal and we arrive at that, we would be very happy to disclose that to the market.
Right, and Mr. Jain, which locations is the company looking to expand hospitals into, and what is the sort of fundraising that you're looking at?
Okay, as I said, that for us, as of now, the focus is completely on the hospital in Gurgaon, on the border of Delhi, and this is the first hospital. Once you cross the border of Delhi in Gurgaon, you visit. The whole focus will be to make sure that this hospital is launched in March, and also in the preliminary launch in December, followed by full-scale launch in March. After that, once it is done, I think we will start looking at in specific terms where all within North India we want to expand. But currently the company has decided only to look at North India, and specifically I think zeroing down on specific cities. What we are looking at is population cities with population around 10 to 15 lakhs of people living there, and which really do not have access to facilities, healthcare facilities as of now. This is where we would look at expansion in future.
And let's talk about your long-term plans, a brief idea about your investment pipeline over the next 5 years.
As of now, we are not making any major investments because we believe that all the investments that we did in the last 5 years are adequate to cater to our growth plans in the next 5 years. So we are not looking at any major investments as of now.
All right, Rajesh Jain, thanks very much for joining us on the show with the healthcare plans of Panacea Biotec and the investments that you are likely to make into that space. But let's quickly go in and check in on Europe, which has opened flattish really.